faced with all our fears. We learned our lessons through the tears. Made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me, forever your face. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. Thunderclouds are pouring down, light a fire they can't put out, carve your name into those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shore, don't forsake this love of yours, I'll guide you home no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid I heard him say, when you get older your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me, forever your face. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me.
Someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you.
Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old, watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days.
To show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on.
Yeah, I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. But in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
No more talking about it. The way it is, the way it is. It's no mystery. There's no getting around it. When you're here, we got chemistry. We light up when we ignite. We are stars in a darkened sky. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. Remember me. I fight for you every second. To keep your touch in my memory. I try not to regret it. What could have been, should have been. If you would stay with me. When
When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. Remember me. We light up when we ignite. We are stars in a darkened sky. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. When you leave, don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember me. Remember me. Remember me.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate DAA's graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. We have gathered together as we want to celebrate and honor the hard work and dedication of our 262 seniors in the class of 2021. Please stand if you are able for the national anthem of the UAE. Singing this is Lamia Abu Karam, and singing the national anthem for the United States of America is Sophia Sadala and Sophie Elner.
عيشي بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا عشت لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حسنتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 حماك الإله شرور الزمن أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان وعاش العلم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفديك بالدماء نرويك نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight For the ramparts we've watched were gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I would like to introduce Shahid Al-Raisi, who will give the official welcome and open this year's ceremony.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. سلام يحمل في طياته نفحات الخير والطيب والمحبة في هذا اليوم الجميل. زملاء الطلبة والطالبات، قد نفترق بالأجساد ونختلف بالآراء، لكن قلوبنا متصلة بالمحبة والذكرى الطيبة لهذا الصرح الجميل. المعلمين الأجلاء، كاد المعلم أن يكون رسولا، كنتم النور الذي أضاء لنا الدرب، فتحية خاصة لكل معلم ومعلمة. السادة أولياء الأمور الكرام، كنتم القلب النابض بالحب والحنان والملاذ والأمن الذي احتوانا عند الشدائد. مدرستي العظيمة، لك بين الممرات حكايات وفي الصفوف ذكريات. حضورنا الكريم، بكل شرف وفخر يسعدني أن أرحب بكم جميعاً في حفل تخرج الصف الثاني عشر لعام 2021 في أكاديمية جيمس دبي الأمريكية. نجتمع اليوم لنحتفل بتخريج هذه الدفعة الواعدة التي من الله عليها برفعة العلم وتحمل النوازل، سواء أكانت تقنية أم صحية. إخواني وأخواتي، كنتم نعم الأهل والأمان، فشكراً لكم، ودمتم مصدر الفخر والسند وإنارة درب العلا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Fellow graduates, teachers and administrators, parents and distinguished guests, it is my honor and absolute pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2021 at GEMS Dubai American Academy. We very much look forward to celebrating this very special evening with our families, friends, teachers, and loved ones, who without their love and support, we wouldn't be here today. The road to graduation wasn't an easy one. We all had our ups and downs, but we are finally here thanks to our lovely teachers who guided us through it all. Although many of us might have felt far apart due to some studying in school and others at home, we were always close at heart. Today marks the end of an important chapter of our lives, but it also marks the start of a new one, a more hopeful one. I would now like to invite Ms. Sammy Murphy, Superintendent and CEO of DAA, to the stage to deliver her speech. Thank you.
It is both my honor and privilege to give the opening address today. After decades in education and more graduation speeches than I can even remember, every time I stand before a graduating class, I'm moved by the importance and meaning of this day for each graduate and their families. So year after year, I willingly accept this duty with pride in my heart and humility in my soul, knowing that it's been a long journey for each of you. To our Dubai American Academy graduates, I'm honored to be here with you today and in person. To our graduates' families and their guests, they did it with your unwavering love and support. To our faculty and staff, thank you for your constant guidance and patience to help these young people reach this destination. Graduation speeches are meant to provide you with inspiration and maybe some advice for the future. This year, I've decided to share a very personal story with you, as these events shaped and changed my outlook on life. When I was a little bit older than you, my father died in a car crash, and just a few months later, my only brother was also in a horrible car crash. I went every day after work to the brain injury unit to push him around in his wheelchair. You know, at some point he thought he could speak Spanish, pero no pudo. He could not. As if this wasn't enough, my mother became very ill with a debilitating disease, and she passed away. And just 2 months later, my only brother passed away. Now, I don't share this with you for shock or for sympathy. Rather, I share this with you so that you know I did not let these life-altering events define me, but they did shape me. You will, in life, have so many things to celebrate, successes, things you'll be so proud of. But as you know, after this year, life can throw you curveballs, and this year, it threw us a spitball. These are the events you need to be ready to face and overcome. These and many other events in my life are what has taught me the power of resilience and grit, turning pain and loss into drive. You see, resilience is a powerful tool to help you overcome setbacks so that you can always be the people you want to be or that you imagined. Resilience is our ability to adapt and to bounce back when things just don't go as planned. Resilient people don't wallow in their failures. They acknowledge the situation, learn from their mistakes, and then move on even stronger. You know, Thomas Edison made thousands of prototypes of the incandescent light bulb before he finally got it right. He was a prolific inventor with over 1,000 patents. In spite of his struggling with failures throughout his journey, he never let it get the best of him. His inspiring story forces us to look at our own lives. Do we have the resilience we need to overcome our challenges? Or do we let failures derail our dreams? And what could we accomplish if we never gave up? I had the honor to work with a leading psychologist, Dr. Martin Seligman, at the University of Pennsylvania. A byproduct of this work was the book, The Resilience Factor. Dr. Seligman gives us 3 P's I hope you can remember. The first is permanence. People who are optimistic or have more grit and resilience see the effects of bad events as temporary rather than permanent. Pervasiveness. Resilient people don't let setbacks or events affect their lives. And personalization. People who have resilience don't blame themselves for the bad events, but rather they look at the circumstances that surrounded it. How you see adversity and stress strongly will help you to be a better, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna try that again, see? How we view adversity and stress strongly affects how we succeed. And this is one of the most significant meanings to live a resilient life. The fact is, you're going to make mistakes from time to time. It's inevitable. The only way to avoid this would be to live a shuttered and meager existence. And who wants to live a life like that? So the key is to use the critical thinking skills that your teachers, your counselors, your parents, and you yourself have been developing in order to foster resilience, build capacity, and take action. Be a realistic optimist. Remember that you always have a choice of how you frame it. You are the boss of your brain. Look at adversity as a challenge rather than a roadblock, and ask yourself, do my roses have thorns, or do my thorns have roses? So be grounded, be confident, be competent. Surround yourself with a network of caring and capable people and rely on them in times of difficulty. And you know what? Help them and be there for them too. Show compassion and empathy for everyone you encounter throughout life, and commit to doing the right thing, not just when everyone's looking, but always, every time. Don't hide from adversity. Face it, make a plan. Take immediate action on what you can control, and believe me, let go of the rest. Finally, have the courage to take personal responsibility for your mistakes. It will help you learn from them, and most importantly, learn what not to do the next time. I don't know if you know, but I'm a pretty big basketball fan. So I'm gonna close with some words from Steph Curry's mom, which is, no one gets to write your story but you. I greatly look forward to being part of the future that you will shape. Dubai American Academy graduates. Thank you. We now welcome to the stage Mrs. Tammy Jo Hinkie, our high school principal.
I don't know how she does that. She walked up without holding the rails, and I very much held them on very tight. Welcome parents, friends, family, DAA faculty, and most importantly, our class of 2021. In a year such as this, we must focus on the memories you have gathered over your time in high school and push ourselves to see the positive outcomes from this pandemic. As I signed your diplomas, I could not stop smiling from all the memories we have shared. This class will always be special to me. I joined the same year you joined in grade 9. You will always be able to say that you were the first class to complete your entire high school career in the new campus. We shared back-to-school barbecues. Some of you graduating actually threw so well that you got me at the dunk tank, and I'm pretty sure that was Geezy. Who can forget when Virgin Radio came in for the 20 Schools in 20 Days campaign, and your entire class volunteered Sino to represent you in trivia? Sino, you crushed it. Genie Awards 2020 was full of amazing performances, but the one that brought the house down was when Parth, Pedro, Sophia, and Jose performed Zombie by the Cranberries. I recorded it and sent it to Mr. Starr that night, and I said, look at our kids. I watched it again last night, and it still gives me goosebumps. Let's fast forward to your senior year and the infamous senior prank day. There were a lot of laughs, a lot of toilet paper, and a lot of pictures of Mr. Doubleday. But I will say, those Orbeez, I'm pretty sure we'll be finding them for years to come. Orbeez aside, and the subsequent slip and slide, you were a class that took this situation head on and persevered. Although so many of you knew there was a chance that the IB exams would be canceled, you still gave up your spring break and studied. You recognized that we may not be able to have a senior breakfast or a prom, yet you celebrated our in-school brunch, and you communicated to us how grateful you were that we were able to come together. You took the situation and made the best out of it. Lockdown was seen as extra time with family and catching up on Netflix. You learned how to organize your time more efficiently. You have gained invaluable skills that will prepare you for the university and beyond. You, the class of 2021, are stronger because of what you adapted to. You did not survive the last 2 years. You thrived. Congratulations to the class of 2021. There was no way that we were going to miss out on this opportunity to celebrate and watch you walk across this stage in true graduation tradition. This brings me to the heartfelt gratitudes to those involved in ensuring that this ceremony took place at this high quality level. Thank you to all involved in the planning and replanning different versions of what a ceremony would look like. Your resilience and flexibility as we navigated directives and protocols to ensure that we gathered safely. Thank you to our graduation committee composed of students, parents, teachers, and as well as our guest speakers tonight. A heartfelt gratitude to those most involved in organizing this ceremony. Thank you to Jim Atkinson, Yvonne Sidani, Nashmia Salim, Rory Corlander, Dr. Seidel, Josh Doubleday, and Paul Hopkins. They absolutely deserve that. Thank you to DAPA, who helped us throughout this planning process, including the senior walk and all those traditions that they helped us keep intact. Without your help, all 262 senior gifts would not have been assembled so quickly and in the hands of the graduates today. A special thank you to Marie Colombe, DAPA President, who was my right-hand woman, helping me communicate to parents through the WhatsApp groups. A special thank you to Tammy Murphy, whose unwavering support, if we did not have that, none of this would have happened. And also to GEM's Corporate Support Center, thank you so much. To the class of 2021, one final congratulations from your family at DAA. We have a long-standing tradition in which we honor those students who have been with us throughout the years. The following video will show students slowly disappearing in the year that they joined us. As we look back and see how many students have been part of the DAA since their first steps in the school, we are honored to have 21 students who have been with us since 2006.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. No, you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
May I now ask those students and families who have been with us since 2006 to stand and be recognized. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Katie Sheffield, our IB coordinator, to introduce our CIS International Student Award winner.
Dear class of 2021, performers, parents, friends, and colleagues, there's a little bit of deja vu. This was a surprise this morning. It might be less of one now for some people here. It gives me great pleasure to announce the recipient of the Council of International Schools Award, or CIS. The award is given to students who have shown themselves to be global citizens, embraced the concept of international mindedness, and demonstrated, most importantly, the culture of kindness of DAA. A senior receives the CIS at graduation. The kind of student that should be nominated is defined as follows: a student who is a good representative of their own country, with a positive attitude towards the life and culture of others, able to converse in at least 2 languages, even sing in 2 languages, a contributing force in the life of the school with the ability to bring different people together into a sense of community, thus furthering the cause of international mindedness. This particular person is an excellent performer. She's very active in all of the performing arts at DAA, but not only as a performer herself. She also supports others. She's a role model for her younger peers and always makes sure that events run smoothly by being really busy behind the scenes, according to Dr. Seidel. So, you will not be surprised, since she sang the national anthem for you today. Please give it your round of applause for the winner of the CIS Award, Lamia Abu Karam.
I almost opened it upside down. So one of the protocols from the KHDA was that we cannot actually hand anything to anyone. So Lamia, I present this to you, but I'm not going to give it to you until next week. So very well deserved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Zach Stewart, who will announce the salutatorian. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure to speak with you today about an incredible student and vibrant young lady, Miss Talika Nahar. We're here, Talika, I think, right? Here she is, I think. During her 5 years at DAA, Talika has demonstrated a relentless commitment to success and excellence. This commitment has led to a number of accomplishments, including her recent admission into the School of Medicine at Queen's University, Belfast. When I was asked to introduce Talika today and began reflecting on my time as her psychology teacher, I couldn't help but imagine her future. More specifically, I was struck by the tremendous luck that the future patients of Dr. Nahar would have in being placed under her care as their doctor. So today I'd like to offer a few words to the future patients of Talika. Firstly, you have chosen your doctor wisely. Talika is a thorough, diligent, and committed individual. As her teacher, I've been continually struck by her ability to go above and beyond on all tasks, whether a grade was attached or not. She is meticulous in her preparation and devotion to all she commits to. Whether it was in enthusiastically bringing an abundance of Indian sweets to our class potluck when studying the impacts of culture on psychology, or in creating a 40-minute podcast on globalization when her peers rightfully I should say, submitted pieces of work around a quarter of the length, which I had been clear was my expectation. Talika consistently goes above and beyond. I believe that this diligence stems from her inherently inquisitive and curious nature, or in short, a true love of learning. Or, as her math teacher, Mr. Eli, aptly put it, you could put her in the hallway and she'd still find a way to learn. So, future patients of Dr. Nahar, you have chosen a doctor who will always put in the time and devotion required for your success because she knows no other way. Secondly, she is not afraid of a challenge. Talika will never shy away from a task and will often seek challenges due to her passion for learning and pursuit of knowledge. When I contacted Talika's grade 10 and 11 English teacher, Mr. Kinderman, he reinforced how impressed he was with Talika's determination to take on the road less traveled of IB literature. As he succinctly said, she would never go the easy route, always did absolutely everything that was asked of her, and is a person of immense character. While I may myself not be an English teacher, I gather that her commitment to challenging herself through IB literature is commendable in its own right. However, to thrive within that challenge, I think, is what truly sets Talika apart. So, future patients, take comfort in the fact that no matter your ailment or concern, Talika is committed to your health and will never shy away from whichever challenges you are presented with. In times of challenge, Dr. Nahar truly thrives. And finally, Talika is an incredibly positive, empathetic, and caring individual. I think it is one thing to achieve academic excellence and thrive in times of challenge. However, it is another thing altogether to do so with grace and relentless positivity. Talika is a gracious individual who during her time as my student never once complained and came to class each and every day with a smile on her face, exhibiting constant kindness to myself and her peers. In discussing Talika with her biology teacher, Ms. Jabali, I was in complete agreement that she was, and I quote, a deep soul thinker, a fantastic listener, and wise beyond her years and her ability to take feedback with maturity and kindness. So, future patients of Dr. Nahar, know that you have a doctor who will always treat you the way a patient should be treated, with immense kindness and genuine care. Talika's empathy for others, grace, and humility are gifts for all those who have the privilege of knowing her. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the 2021 Dubai American Academy salutatorian, Ms. Talika Nahar.
Sorry. Oops. Found it. Good morning, good afternoon, class of 2021, respected parents, teachers, school board members, and staff. It is my greatest honor to be standing up here and representing my peers. It's truly wonderful that our class gets to have an in-person graduation ceremony. I never thought I'd say the words, but KHDA, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You made a great decision, even if it was just a week before our online graduation. Although I must admit, it is very disheartening that I missed my one opportunity to address you all as my fellow Zoomers. Haha, yes, this was my miserable attempt at a joke. So, to make up for it, I will now be inserting multiple Among Us references. So, my fellow crewmates, after the long and arduous 4 years, we have done it. Luckily, no one has been ejected, and we finally found who the real imposter was. Soyeon Park. Yes, our valedictorian. someone who has a perfect GPA. And I'm not saying this because I got second place. And she managed to get her medal and escape without having to give the same speech 3 times. How lucky. No, I'm just kidding. It truly saddens me that she couldn't be with us here today. And I wish her the best of luck in university. And I'm sure the next time we meet, it would be on the news when she receives her Nobel Prize. Over the 5 years at DAA, I have been inspired daily by the motivation, the dedication, and the resilience that I've seen in this special class. Never have I ever seen such a diverse range of talents as I have at DAA. Among us, we have the best singers, painters, athletes, actors, and world-class procrastinators. Some of you proved me wrong about the extent to which a human being can physically procrastinate. Andras, where are you? But in all seriousness, seeing other people achieve their dreams and passions really inspired me to achieve mine. Take Petra Visage, for example. She went from being a shy, confused girl who stood up awkwardly introducing herself in my theater class to someone who's confident and well-spoken and discovered her obsessive, some might say abnormal love for economics. To Donghyun Kim, who has waited for this moment for 6 years and kept persevering and fighting through whatever obstacles life threw at him. And I'd always remember when I'd ask him why he was absent from French class, he'd say, "Sorry, I just had my weekly visit to the ER." To Leia Ishaq, who has grown up to be a wonderful student president, although she hasn't grown too much vertically. Sorry, Leia. There's so many other people that I could name who have shown enormous growth throughout the years. Some people lost their loved ones, fought through mental illnesses, and were rejected by their dream universities despite years of effort. But you guys kept on fighting. Your personal stories have shown me how everyone over here is capable of greatness. There is one story which we all share, and that is how our lives changed during the pandemic. We took unprecedented challenges head on. When we were faced with uncertainty, whether it was about our exams or graduation, we complained, we moaned, especially in the group chats for sure, but we also embraced it. We cannot escape change and uncertainty as much as we cannot escape pain and sorrow. They are an interwoven part of life. And as we walk out into the unknown and enter the new era of our lives, we may find ourselves questioning our strength. Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I capable enough? Can I do this? Chances are you met this little persistent voice in the back of your head which chips away at your confidence and dials up your doubts. Because I definitely have. Whether it was as a little kid who came to the school wondering if anyone will accept her, or as a 16-year-old who didn't think she could get into medical school. You'll meet these self-doubts at every corner of your life. And to combat these, I've learned to make my personal mission bigger than my fears. Only when we're clear about our big why can we find the courage needed to stomp these doubts and risk failing. After all, the only thing you should really worry about are your grade 8 yearbook pictures, which I have taken my time to save and back up, and will be using them at my convenience for pure blackmailing purposes. Now, this speech will not be complete without appreciating all the hard work and the dedication that teachers and staff have put into us over the years. I would like to specifically thank 2 of my teachers who've inspired me and have become my mentors. Madame Verdoa, thank you for believing in me, putting in all the extra effort to grade my additional work, and putting in time after school for assisting me in any way possible. Your enthusiasm to teach never faltered, even when there was only 1 student in our Zoom class. Miss Jabeli, or colloquially known as Shabist, Apart from your commendable teaching skills, you are a great life coach instructor. I came to you when I was in a really low place, and not only did you lift me back up, but you guided me through it. Thank you. Now I wanted to give a big shout out to my family, to my sweetest mom who gave me the life she never had, took care of me, taught me, nurtured me, motivated me, and pushed me beyond my limits. There are not enough words I can say to describe how important you are to me, and what a powerful influence you continue to be so. To my dad, who is my greatest inspiration, and who has fostered an environment of hard work and dedication, thank you for giving me all these opportunities and asking for nothing in return. And lastly, but definitely the least, not the least, to my brother, who I look up to in almost every way, even if I don't like to admit it at times. I'm here because of you, and especially because you were kind and naive enough to share your entire school drive with me. And now, back to you, class of 2021. I'm grateful for the time that we had together. There are over 262 students. I barely know some of you, which I regret, but I know far, far too much about some of you, which I also regret. Before I go, I would like to end on this. Greatness comes from friends who support us, go out of their way to help us. As we reach for our dream, do not step onto others to get to where you want to be. Climb the mountain so you can see the world, not so the world can see you. Leave the people you cross with a little more happiness and hope. And as the 21st century modern philosopher Mr. Roman Sturgis always says, take care of each other and make good decisions. With that, class of 2021, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations once again. Now let's make way for the senior showcase. A lot of hard work has been put into this, so enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Please welcome Dr. Seidel on the stage.
Thank you. It is my honor to introduce this year's Senior Showcase. You will hear an original composition, a song that was written and that will be performed by our IB Music seniors. Congratulations to the class of 2021. This is Replay.
Close our eyes, days go passing by, and honestly, there's so many places we'd rather be. Try not to think about the good old times, the good old days, but as memories fade into yesterday, wish we could go back to before. Don't wanna worry anymore. Remember when life used to be school, beach, friends, eat, sleep, and repeat. Why don't we turn back the time just for a little hit rewind? Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Watch as memory lane slowly passes by.
Take that hand, take our ticket, free to go. Run away, but don't let go of all our heightened emotion. It's not sad, it's just the start of a new show.
I wish we could go back to before. Don't wanna worry anymore. Remember when life used to be school, beach, friends, eat, sleep, and repeat. Why don't we turn back the time just for a little hit rewind? Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Watch as memory say we're done, cause we're not, but now it's time for us to walk away. There's nothing left to say, a month left in disarray. Turn our backs to watch our high school memories on replay. To before, don't wanna worry anymore. Remember when life used to be school, beach, friends, eat, sleep, and repeat. Why don't we turn back the time just for a little hit rewind? Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Watch as memory lane slowly passes by.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Stephen Johansson, and I am one of the high school counselors. I'm a little more nervous than I was this morning because I'm fortunate to have worked with so many of you sitting in these front rows. And it is just so exciting to be up here on stage celebrating each and every one of you. To all of you seniors and your support systems, both at home and at the school, from the staff that have joined us today, congratulations on making it to this day. I know that the momentousness of this occasion is not lost on you, as it is not lost on your families. And you should be proud of the efforts that brought you here. Those same efforts and more opportunities will take you to places out there in the world that we are so excited to see. It is my absolute pleasure today to introduce our valedictorian, So-Yeon Park, to you, though I am very well aware that her reputation precedes her, and thus I'll keep my words concise. Though So-Yeon Park may seem shy when you first meet her, as she did me. She sent me an email before our first meeting. Hey, Mr. Johansson, nice to meet you. Here's the things I'd like to discuss. And that was how every meeting went from there on. But don't let that shyness fool you, because this young woman is bold. This boldness stems from an internal confidence and an exceptional level of intellectual maturity that, coupled with this unyielding drive, generates all of the successes that we've seen from her. Plus, she researches everything, and I mean everything. And if, at the end of that research, she finds herself at the incorrect conclusion or fails to accomplish her object, she goes back, digs deeper, and finds those missing puzzle pieces. It is this boldness that drove her to write 6 separate research papers of her own outside of her academic work. One of which, she created a research proposal and sent it to many universities around the world, unsolicited, because she thought that research would be useful if conducted. One of the places she sent it was Johns Hopkins University to their Parkinson's lab. In response to that, they created a research position that had not previously existed, simply because they were that impressed with the quality of her work. This is an exceptional young lady, and this boldness drove her to do to be as successful in the classroom as she was that earned her this title. But it is also this boldness that as she moves on to the next level and the next level beyond that will allow her to change lives all over the globe for the better. And I, for one, can't wait to see it. We are so proud of her here at DAA, and we believe in her. And we certainly hope that she and you never stop being bold. Congratulations to Soyeon on this incredible, incredible honor. It is, of course, so well-deserved in recognition for all of her efforts, both inside of the classroom and out. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce, and I hope you'll join me in congratulating the valedictorian of the Dubai American Academy class of 2021, Soyeon Park.
Good afternoon, class of 2021, teachers, administration, and our dear parents. Welcome to Dubai American Academy's in-person graduation ceremony. First of all, I'd like to take a moment to thank all our DAA faculty and staff members for working tirelessly to make this live graduation possible. And thank you, my amazing fellow classmates, friends, and teachers for giving me such an honor to deliver this speech, not only as the valedictorian, but also the Student of the Year. Today is an extremely special day. It's a day that seemed so distant, a day that all of us never ceased to talk about and looked forward to from the first day of school. And while it's a day to celebrate and hope for the brightest future, I would like to invite all of you to a journey of looking back at the cherished memories of the past 4 years. Exactly 1,362 days ago, we stepped into the brand new campus of DAA. Some of us whined how much they missed the old campus, while others were busy catching their breath climbing up those dreaded staircases every morning. As freshmen, we were timid, nervous, and completely clueless of what we were about to encounter for the next 4 years. But at the same time, amidst all the confusion, there was an air of youth, audacity, and excitement of finally being a high school student. After weeks and months of wandering around the hallway labyrinth, we slowly began to adjust ourselves to the system. Then came the sophomore year. We were no longer the reckless troublemakers, but rather a somewhat experienced semi-upperclassmen. Although we spent many minutes disapproving the new freshmen and anticipating how hard IB will be, we started getting a hang of things. And junior year was a year of big change. We certainly had an additional layer of responsibility upon us. We no longer had to take map tests and were even granted a 90-minute study hall, also known as Netflix break or procrastination time, every other day. We roamed the halls with the pride of being an upperclassman, unaware of the biggest barrier we've ever faced in our lives, COVID. We started our senior year at home, and for most of us, it was the weirdest senior year. Half our faces had to be covered in masks. We never got the privilege of dominating the untouched dessert corner during Thanksgiving. We missed 2 dodgeball sevens and both of our official proms. And finally, we are here graduating without even having to take our final exams. But at the same time, I think we can agree that we're also the coolest class. We're probably the most tech-fluent group of students, using Zoom, Hangout, and Discord to talk to our teachers. We could wear PJs to class every day and see our teachers struggling with their lovely pets and children. We quickly adjusted to DAA's first ever blended learning system. And most importantly, each of us successfully made it to graduation and even got accepted to some of the world's most prestigious universities, despite the odds of losing nearly 2 years of high school. And behind all this success and accomplishment were our amazing parents. Taking full advantage of my status as the valedictorian, I would like to thank my parents, Mom and Dad, for supporting me throughout school life, for crying with me when I messed up my exams, not because you were angry of my grades, but because you knew how heartbroken I would be. Thank you for gladly undertaking the arduous journey of raising me, for giving me memories that I'll never forget, for telling me how proud you are of me, and for being my best friend and life mentor for the last 18 years and for the years to come. On behalf of my friends, I want to say thank you and show the utmost respect to all our parents, our superheroes of class of 2021. And when we escaped our comfort zones to come to school, there were our teachers. Although we were the ones who worked our butts off, none of this would have been possible without you. We are here because you treated each and one of us not as mere students, but as young and aspiring people with potential to do amazing things. We are here because you didn't mind dedicating your own mornings, lunchtime, or family time to open your doors for us. We are here because your words give us positivity, confidence, resilience, and strength to persevere. We are here because you strived to prepare us for an adventure we are about to embark on, an adventure that is guaranteed to be the most perilous and obscure, but at the same time ever so beautiful and splendid, life. So thank you. It was simply an honor to be your students. Now, I'd like to take a moment to thank a very special group of teachers who have always strived to uphold the traditional Arabic values and keep our cultural spirit alive, the Arabic and Islamic department. Please note that, as a student who studied IB Arabic, I will deliver the following portion of my speech in Arabic. في هذا اليوم السعيد أود أن أهدي لحظة تخرجي هذه إلى جميع أساتذتي في قسم اللغة العربية. قبل 3 سنوات لقد وقعت في الحب مع اللغة العربية. جمال الخط العربي واتصاله العميق بالتاريخ والدين كانت مدهشة. ولكن من جانب آخر كنت قلقة. هل سأكون قادرة على مواكبة الصف؟ ماذا لو لم أفهم ما تقوله المعلمة؟ وبالرغم من ذلك كنت أستطيع المضي قدما لأنه مس سوزان كنت دائما بجانبي لمساندتي. وكنت أستطيع أن أجتهد لأن أبواب أساتذتي كانت مفتوحة دائما لي. كان قرار تعلم اللغة العربية للIB أكبر تحدي لي في المدرسة الثانوية، ولكن كنت أستطيع التعامل معه بنجاح بفضل مساعدتكم ودعمكم وكلامكم التشجيع والثقة. وإنه ليس فقط نفسي ولكن جميع أصدقائي العرب. لقد علمتم أهمية الثقافة العربية وشاركتم جمال قيم الشرق الأوسط، والأهم من ذلك شكلتم هويتنا كالعرب أو نصف عربية في حالتي. شكرا جزيلا على زرعكم في أنفسنا حب للغة العربية، الذكرى والتجربة التي ستقوم بتعريفي في الجامعة وما بعدها. And last, but certainly not the least, thank you, class of 2021. Thank you for making my high school experience unforgettable. It has been an absolute joy to work with you for the past few years, and a true honor to be a part of each and every one of your memories. Memories that span from immature freshman year, where we would scream in joy when KHDA canceled school on rainy nights, all the way to graduation, where we're all standing here, wearing our proud caps and gowns, ready to start our next chapters in life. We grew together through hard times of COVID, which in fact taught us many skills, including resilience, perseverance, adaptability, and how to switch screens without getting kicked out of exam.net. And our community is beyond special. We're collectively referred to as the class of 2021, but at the same time, we're composed of so many different people with all kinds of backgrounds and identities. Each of us are different, not so that we can compare ourselves to others, but so that we could learn from one another and complement each other's drawbacks. We are one of the strongest groups of people because we're so different. And you should be proud of these differences. You should be proud of your uniqueness, ingenuity, bizarre, quirky talents, and distinctive set of identities that make you, you. Because you were you, the class of 2021 could be a vibrant group of infinitely diverse students. Because you were you, us could exist. So, to end this lengthy speech, I want to tell my fellow classmates, be yourself. It doesn't matter what you become or what you do. Do something that only you can do, even if that's something crazy. Be yourself, then you'll become indispensable in whichever community you belong to. Be yourself, then you can achieve things that no one has ever done before. Be yourself, then the sky will be your limit. Thank you, and I wish you the very best for your amazing futures.
Good afternoon, everybody. I know we've had a lot of welcomes today, but I'd like to personally welcome as the grade level advisor for our seniors one more time. Parents, colleagues, and most importantly, class of 2021. It is a great honor that I've been given the privilege of being your guest speaker this year. This has been another year of uncertainty and challenge, where happiness has not always been easy to find. Sometimes it hides from us. This is a topic I would like to share with you through my speech. But before I start, I would like to ask all senior students to stand. Let's go, seniors, on our feet, please. Thank you. I would like you to take a moment to acknowledge this unique experience, to look to your classmates and to your parents and take it all in. Seniors, this is your ceremony, but your success will always be a byproduct of the support, care, and guidance you receive from others. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of the influential people that enabled this event to happen. To our high school principal, Ms. Johinke, for her positive attitude and consistent focus on our seniors will have a graduation. To Mr. Doubleday, for producing proposal after proposal to the KHDA and organising this amazing venue. To Mr. Atkinson, for his consistent support and guidance to all senior students. To Ms. Nashmia, for working with every staff member and external provider to provide the finest of touches to our ceremonies. To Ms. Roma, for knowing each and every senior student personally. To Ms. Vaughan, for organising all diplomas, photographs, and graduation gifts. All of this on top of being a senior parent. To Dr. Seidel, for his creative guidance on our graduation showcase. To all your teachers, counsellors, for all their guidance, support, and hours of work for preparing you all for the future success you shall have. To Mrs. Murphy, for her resilience in making sure that the class of 2021 received the graduation they deserved. And most importantly, to your parents, for their consistent patience, support, and love. Without all these people, we would not be standing here today to celebrate your graduation. Seniors, please take this moment to show your gratitude by giving them all a round of applause. Now that I have your attention, seniors, you can take a seat. Thank you. So I'll start my speech by telling you a familiar story. You attend high school. You work hard to achieve your grades, your GPA, so you can attend university. You graduate from university. You may go to graduate school, you'll get a job. If you're lucky, you'll choose a career. You may get married, have children. You will gain material wealth. The car, the house, the holidays, the big TV, the second car, the holiday home, the promotion and work. Then, and only then, will you feel true happiness. As you can see, this idea on the pursuit of happiness is based only on success. If you work hard, you become successful. If you become successful, you will be happy. This is the greatest myth surrounding happiness. I reached a stage in my own life this year where I'd accomplished a lot of these so-called life goals, but I did not feel a measurable increased amount of happiness that should reflect my accomplishments. What I realized is increased life satisfaction does not automatically lead to increased happiness. So I had to reflect on what increases my daily happiness. Sean Aker, the author of The Happiness Advantage, says, happiness is the joy we feel striving after our potential. Joy is not an endpoint after we gain success. Joy comes from daily flourishing. Joy is a process of being. There are 3 scientifically research-based strategies that, when implemented, increases my daily happiness, thus bringing joy into my life. The first strategy is, I consciously shift from a doing mode to a being mode. My regular mindfulness practices keep me present and aware of the beautiful moments of my life. Awareness of such moments as when Mr. Downey kept his theatre kids hostage to help them improve their coursework, of course. Awareness of senior walk and the positive energy around all the photos being taken during brunch. Moments when Yasmin became a mini Jabali by wearing the same outfit, same Halloween costume. The endless historical one-liners from Mr. DeWalshy, Mr. Lopez as Nacho Lombre, the fantastic tan the Psych girls got after their Iraq trip, and the most famous senior handshake from Carlos and Vivi. The second strategy is to identify your core character strengths and find ways to focus your energy on utilizing these character strengths for your personal and professional development. When you spend your time using your strengths, you'll feel increased engagement, energy, and focus, thus leading to increased productivity and a sense of accomplishment. Third strategy is to be cognizant of the benefits of living a flourishing life, based on Martin Seligman's PERMA model. To focus on improving your positive emotions through regular exercise and creative pursuits. To nurture positive relationships like the groups you belong to in your senior year. The infamous girls group that was consistently muted, asking to block order. Group for the boys, Papa Tepti, Stewart Sisters, Anjad, P.F. Chang's gang, and Candid Me. For me, having the chance to develop positive relationships with my senior students gives me a meaning to my day. And knowing that what I say and do has an impact on the development of one of my students is a wonderful responsibility to have as a teacher. Class of 2021, you've now graduated from the Dubai American Academy, which is the start of many of your accomplishments in life. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Thank you.
Hello, it's me again. We would like to honor those graduates who are unable to be here in person. Sheikha Halabia. Jean Irani. AJ Killick. Ji-hyun Kim. Yonggik Kim. Timur Kodzoev. Alexei Bertha Marie Lambrecht. Mason Little. Imre Naja. And Lara Napoleon. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Paulina Haddad. Jad Halabi. Song Min Han. Leticia Hanna. Lena Harris. Vivi Helen. Carlos Herrera Castaños. Jad Hibri. Andrea Hijazi Bravo. Wafik Hijazi. Emily Hildebrand. Zainab Hussain. Miriam Imran. Leah Ishak. Jude Jabshay. Shayna Jacobs. Eva Yanikejevic. Nora Jatan. Fenghao Ji. Deandra Gilalani. Valeria Amanda Jimenez Quiroga. Karanveer Singh Judge. Yongwoo Jung. Layla Kadri. Yusuf Kazi. Omar Khalid Kaluti. Ahan Kapoor. Naya Karim. Haruka Katsuda. Danny Jad Katouf. Hamza Khalid. Kevin Dariush Kalilnia. Tawhid Ashfaq Khan. Rama Hani Kazati. Donhyung Kim. Alexandra Kinan. Zaid Kiwan. Adamantia Lagustaku. Ebba Lahnholt. Kiyama Leyegi. Chanwoo Lee. Yuri Lee. Maheno Leghari. Jiyong Lim. Eric Linda. Constantine Lidvaris. Ali Magharbi. Gabriel Magomedov. Amrutha Mahadevan. Yusuf Mahmood. Thomas Maka. Paranita Manikandan. Guillermo Marquez. Ansh Mawa. Katharina Massey. Noor Jamil Fawzi Malaktaha. Talia Mate. Lewis John McInnes. Beatrice Magazzini. Shay James Meredith. Sierra Misra. Arman Modi. Salma Mohammed Sami Mohayasen. Mohammed Hossein Molai. Not on my list. Okay.
Sorry, he's coming.
Sami Mohayasen. Denise Mohajeri. Mohammed Hussein Molai. Gisi Ray Morris Adubo, sorry. Gefe Mu. Kiana Mea Murao. Yasir Mohammed Morshed. Nikhil Murthy. Sarah Mustafa. Suvya Nagpal. Tulika Ashok Kumar Nahar. Varun Nair Rajiv. Tanya Nanda. Omar Nasser. Naila Nasser. Arihan Singh Negi.
Mrs. Murphy, the students here today have all completed the requirements for graduation in accordance with the standards outlined at Dubai American Academy, New England Association of Schools and Colleges, and the Council of International Schools.
Thank you, Mrs. Johinke. It is my great pleasure to officially declare the class of 2021 of Dubai American Academy. Woo! Congratulations!
Close our eyes, days go passing by, and honestly, there's so many places we'd rather be. Try not to think about the good old times, the good old days, but as memories fade into yesterday,
Wish we could go back to before. Don't wanna worry anymore. Remember when life used to be school, beach, friends, eat, sleep, and repeat. Why don't we turn back the time just for a little hippie wine? Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Watch as memory lane slowly passes by. Step up on the podium, wave our palms in slow motion. Shake that hand, take our tickets, free to go. Run away, but don't let go of all our heightened emotion. It's not sad, it's just the start of a new show.
wish we could go back to before. Don't wanna worry anymore. Remember when life used to be school, beach, friends, eat, sleep, and repeat. Why don't we turn back the time just for a little hippie wine? Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Watch as memory lane slowly passes by.
Another penny in the coin slot, but now we finally hit the jackpot. Say we're done, of course we're not, but now it's time for us to walk away. There's nothing left to say, our minds left in disarray. Turn our backs to watch all our high school memories on replay.
enjoy the ride. Watch as memory lane slowly passes by.
So, that brings our ceremony to a close. I would like to thank everyone for coming today, parents, special guests, staff, and I'd like to offer our congratulations one more time to our class of 2021. Would you please stand? Let's all give them another round of applause. And I'll ask our seniors to exit the way they came in. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for coming today. And I'll ask our parents and guests to exit the way they came in, and you can all meet at the front. Thank you so much, everybody.
Shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to